Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosie. If you are new here, please do subscribe down below. It really does help me out so much. But thank you so much for being here. This is so exciting. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to organise your Instagram feed. So the first thing I think you need to do is to decide what kind of Instagram feed you are looking for. Do you want something that is super organised, something that flows really well, something that's just mishmash, something that's just like a day in the life? Do you want outfits? Do you want travel photos? Do you want lots of different colours? Do you want the same colours? There's lots and lots of different things to consider. Now obviously it's not a big deal, you know, if you have mishmash, different colours, different photos, it's Instagram, it's not the end of the world. However, if you do want to improve your Instagram game, this video is going to help you out with lots of tips and tricks on how to organise your Instagram so you look like a pro. So the first thing I would advise you to do is to look at other people's Instagram accounts, because having some sort of inspiration can help you figure out, you know, would my photographs work with this theme or with this theme or with this theme? So try and find a couple of accounts that you absolutely love. When you look at them you think, oh my gosh, that is so beautiful, that is gorgeous, I want my Instagram account to look like that. And then you can adapt it obviously with your own photographs. So try and have some kind of idea of what you're after. If you really have no idea, I'm going to show you a couple of ideas here. So I've left a bit of space on the screen here to sort of insert some pictures and show you different ideas that you could go for. So one of the popular ones is a checkerboard design. So you post, for example, a black photo, a white photo, a black photo. White, black, white. I'll insert something here so you can see. But have that checkered border effect, so it kind of leads the eye throughout the Instagram account. You alternate between different photographs, so either it's a photograph, quote, photograph, or it's pink, blue, or it's, you know, white, green, or you could do fashion and then travel, fashion, travel, fashion, travel. You know, whatever it is that you're interested in, make sure that that reflects in your Instagram feed. So the good thing about doing the checkerboard layout is that you always have a pattern to follow. You're never particularly stuck as to what you're going to post next, because it's obviously just going to be the next thing that's coming up in the pattern. It does limit creativity in some sense, but I also find that some of these layouts actually encourage creativity, because you think, okay, what do I need to put next to fit this theme? But then, you know, push the boundaries a little bit more and do something a little bit different within your theme. So it really does make your Instagram feed look really consistent and really beautiful. So the next layout is to have 3 photographs in a row. So whether that's, you know, 3 photographs of the same dress, 3 photographs from a certain day, 3 photographs from a waterfall, or whatever it is that you're into, 3 photographs from the same plate of food. Make sure that the photographs are you, but this is an easy way to organise them. I actually use this for 2 of my Instagram accounts, for my yoga account and for my dog account. I personally find this super easy to keep up with, but it's also very aesthetically pleasing for my clients who look at my Instagram account and they can see exactly what to expect from me. It also means that I post my photographs in chronological order, which for some reason I'm obsessed with. I love doing that. So every time I photograph a new dog, there are 3 photographs from this photo shoot that are displayed. It also gives my clients a bit of an, you know, a bit of an overview of what to expect from a photo shoot with me. They're not just getting 1 photograph here and then 1 photograph in 3 months' time. They see 3 together, so they can see, oh, actually we do get, you know, a good range of photographs from this photographer. Depending on your photographs and the type of content you're going to be posting, you could also organise these lines of 3 by colour. So for example, you could have 3 green, 3 blue, 3 red, 3 yellow, or just keep it, you know, whatever it is that you do. I think the main thing with Instagram is to be consistent. So if you are a fashion blogger, make sure you're always posting fashion content. If you are a photographer, make sure you're always posting your photographs. If you're a dancer, make sure you're always posting dancing things. You know, try and keep it relevant to you and relevant to your personal brand, so that when somebody clicks on your Instagram, they know exactly who you are, they know exactly what they're coming to you for, and they know exactly why they're going to follow you. The next layer I want to talk about is having rows going down, so columns of photographs. So for example, you could have blues all down this row, reds and then whites, for example, or you could have, you know, photograph, quote, photograph. This is similar to the first one in that it's super easy to keep up with and it's super easy to know what's coming next. The only thing I would say that is if you try and keep your quotes in the middle, it's sometimes hard to do that, because if you post a photograph, obviously everything shuffles over. So you might end up with the quotes down one side or down the other side or down the middle, depending on, you know, which photo you post at which certain days. If that doesn't bother you, go for it. I think it's a great one to use and is still quite popular on Instagram at the moment. There is also the option to do the puzzle board kind of layout, where photographs are interconnected and they kind of have drawings between them or lines between them to connect them all up, but it looks a little bit like a puzzle board. I think these look so beautiful, so beautiful. I love them, but for me it's just too much. It's just too much. I feel like Instagram is already quite overwhelming, already trying to figure out the colours and, you know, the layouts and the styles, editing and everything else that goes into Instagram is already a lot. So if you're then having to add on the factor of the puzzle pieces and what's going to fit together with what, for me it's too much, but for you, that might be perfect for you. So I just wanted to point it out as another option. I personally think it looks stunning, absolutely stunning. Maybe one day I'll do it, but for the moment it's just too much work for me. The next layout, it's not really a layout, is just to post whatever the fuck you want to post. Literally, post whatever you want. If it's travel photos, if it's food, if it's exercise, just chuck it all on there, throw it all on there, because that is ultimately you. If you have lots of different passions, lots of different hobbies, show them off. I think it's a great way to show your personality. And it also means that you're just not obsessed with Instagram, because I know that it can take over people's lives a little bit, you know, worrying about what to post next and worrying what, you know, what's going to sit next to each photo. If you kind of remove that element of planning, it makes it a heck of a lot more enjoyable, because you can just post whatever you feel inspired to post. So even though it's not technically a layout that's like super organized, it still is, because your layout, you're deciding to post wherever you want and just be free with it. So that's the next one I'd recommend. So the last one I want to talk to you about was color coordination and almost like a rainbow effect. So I'm doing this one on my personal Instagram account right now, and I am obsessed. I love organising it, and I'm loving posting the pictures and also posting a screenshot of my Instagram on my stories so people can see what to expect on my page. Now what I did is I started off with orange, and then I've faded the oranges out into pink, and then the pinks are going to go into blues, blues into greens, greens into whites, and then whites into oranges again. So it's going to be like a rainbow effect, and I'm going through all of my old photographs from the past maybe 5 to 10 years, editing them again and reposting them and resharing them, and it's, at the moment, it's like my obsession. I'm so in love with doing it. I find it so fun to kind of plan which ones are going to go next to each other and how I can, you know, get that gradient between the colours. Now this obviously takes a lot of planning and a lot of photographs to be able to make it work, but I just find it so enjoyable and so therapeutic actually, just to be able to kind of sit back and relax. I look through my photographs and kind of move them around and plan what's going to go next. And obviously doing a feed like that takes a lot of planning. So I want to talk to you about how you can plan your Instagram and how to make life easy for yourself. So I'm currently screen recording my phone, and I'm going to have that up here on the side so you can see exactly what I'm doing and how to use this app. And the app I'm going to talk to you about is called Preview. So I'm one of them people, I'm sorry, I have 5,000, almost 6,000 unread emails, 6 WhatsApp, I'm just that person. I'm so sorry if this is like driving you insane. Anyway, the app that I use is Preview, and it has this colourful square here. So if I click on that, this is my current Instagram account. So these are my old photographs. This is what I used to post a lot of. I tried to be that kind of Instagram girl and, you know, the Instagram travel girl, but because my husband hates taking photographs and it's just such a bore like to take your own photographs, it is possible, it just takes a lot of effort. I will be doing a video on that soon, so please do subscribe so you can find out how to take photographs of yourself like a pro. But I kind of thought it would be nice to switch it up and post some of my old photographs. So like I said, I started with the oranges and then I faded into pinks. And I did this by, you know, carefully selecting which photographs are going to go where to make sure that it really does flow nicely. And then from the pinks, I kind of went into purples, and then the purples into blues. I haven't posted these ones yet, so you're getting a bit of a preview. But then I'm next going to go into my greens. And then I've kind of planned up to the Eiffel Tower, and then I'm going to go into these kind of neutral tones and into oranges, and then above here is just random photographs that I have not, you know, planned yet and organised yet. Now there's a couple of things that I do like about Preview and why I'm using this app in particular, so I do want to show you how to use it properly, just so that if you do download this, you get the full experience and you're making sure that your life is as easy as possible when it comes to Instagram and your content and your feed and how it looks. Something I found out recently is that you can put photographs on the Preview app and then delete them actually from your phone. So it saves a lot of memory on your phone, and you don't need to kind of search for them every time you want to post. You just put them on the app and then you can delete them afterwards. They stay on there and you can still post to Instagram through the app, which I think is great because you can dump a load of photographs on there and then figure out later how you're going to organise it and how you're going to, you know, which layout you're going to use and which ones are going to go where. So I would recommend doing that. edit as many photographs as you have, make sure they look beautiful first, and then stick them on preview and then organise it later, you know, in your spare time, on the toilet, in bed, whenever it is that you want to do it. You can do it in your spare time and really organise it beautifully. So to add a new photograph, you simply press the plus button at the top right, and you can press photos and videos. You can also organise carousels here. I don't personally post a lot of carousels, but it is something you can do if that's what you're into. Anyway, you press the photos and videos and then select your photograph from here, so obviously recents. And then I'm just going to add a photograph that I've already posted today, but we're going to add that on just because, why not? So that comes up on the top left corner. From here, you just press and hold, and you can move that around, and you can see how the other ones move and make space for that photograph. So if you wanted to post that today, for example, or in the next couple of days, you just pull it down and position it where you want to put it. Obviously, I'm not going to post it there because I've just posted that one today. But that's just an easy way of how to add photographs. If you do want to delete it, which I'm going to do now because I don't need that photograph there, you simply tap it once and you can press the little bin on the bottom tab and then just press yes, and that's deleted. So the next thing you can do is to organise your hashtags by groups. So you press this little wheel on the top left corner and then press hashtag groups. And then here you can see I've got 2 already. So if you want to add a new group, you just press add group at the bottom, and then you can rename this hashtag group. I'm going to call it travel, and then you can either add your own hashtags at the top there, so hashtag travel, hashtag travel pics, let's put. The other thing you can do is to find hashtags. So if you press that button there and you can search travel, and then here you have to select the blue one, so let's press travel, and it gives you all these different hashtags, and all you do is simply tap them to add them to your hashtag group. So this is a great way to find lots of different hashtags that you maybe haven't used before. So then when you click back into the hashtag group, it tells you all of the hashtags that you've already got on there, and it says that you've got 22 left remaining, so you can add 22 more hashtags to that group if you want to. If you want to edit this photograph for any reason, I don't know if I'd recommend doing it on here. I will be posting a video talking about how to edit on Lightroom Mobile. That will be coming out very, very soon, so make sure you subscribe for that one so you don't miss it. But if you want to edit in here, you can do. I've never done it, so I'm just going to quickly skim over that. But you select the photograph and then you press the button in the middle along the bottom. And then this gives you different presets or filters that you can use. You can also crop it if you press the button at the top. You can do all these different things, but honestly I use Lightroom Mobile or Lightroom on my laptop, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. So what you can do in preview is to write your caption and add the hashtags before you post to Instagram. So this means that you can plan, 2 weeks ahead, and all you have to do then is just to post it on Instagram every day. So what you want to do is press the speech bubble on the bottom tab, and here I've just written Paris is beautiful, but obviously you can write your own caption. So you can either add your own hashtags actually where you type the caption, or you can add the groups. So if you just tap on travel, it adds the travel ones, beach and Miami. So it's great to add maybe 10 per group or something like this, and you can just tap 3 times, 3 different selections of hashtags to add to that one photograph. You can also find hashtags here if you want to find some new ones, and you can schedule your post. So this is great if you want to, like I said, schedule 2 weeks worth, and then every day you just go in here and post it when it's scheduled. So there are 2 more things I want to show you about this app. On the top left here is the scheduler. So I don't have anything scheduled at the moment, but if you did, this is where you would see all of your scheduled posts. And the next thing is the analytics. So this tells you how many likes you get on average, how many comments you get, the type of interactions you get. It's really good just to kind of see a quick overview of how your posts are doing. So the very last thing I want to show you actually before I forget is how to make sure that you can see your whole Instagram feed, all of your previous posts. I find this very important because it means that you can kind of plan where your posts are going to sit in relation to pictures you've already posted. So to do that, you press the little settings button at the top, and then make sure that the settings tab called load Instagram posts is ticked on. This just makes sure that, like I said, you can see your previous post and you can see what you're going to post next, and you can see how it's all going to flow together nicely. I think the main piece of advice I'd like to say is just to have fun with Instagram. Depending on if it's your personal one or your business one, you know, figure out what works best for you and design it for you, because even though you will have clients looking at it, you need to enjoy it as well. So for my business ones, like I said, I have my templates and I don't particularly move from them just because I like to keep it clean and simple and cohesive so that it just all looks the same. When you keep scrolling, it's just always the same pattern. So that's one thing I'd recommend for businesses, is to try and think about the overall view of your Instagram page. People, yes, they do see the post on their feed when they're scrolling, but also I feel like a lot of people do click through and look at your actual profile, and they want to see a profile that is organised and professional and beautiful. But if you're watching this video for your personal Instagram, just have fun. Like I said, post whatever you want to post. You can change your templates all the time. You can change your themes, you can change your colours. Don't feel locked down to one specific thing and then never budge from that, even if you want to. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped you out a little bit, trying to figure out which template you want to use and also how to plan your Instagram posts. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up down below. It really helps me out, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.